anxiety, depression, the feeling that you're drowning, yet still smiling on Sunday at church because a Christian shouldn't feel this way. If you've ever felt like something was wrong with you, like your faith wasn't strong enough, your prayers weren't enough, or that God had turned away from you, this video is for you. Because the Bible talks about this, honestly, without judgment, and what it says can change the way you see your own state. Before we open the scriptures, there's one important thing that needs to be said. Anxiety and depression are not signs of weak faith. They are not a punishment. They do not mean you're a bad Christian. Look at the people in the Bible. Elijah, the prophet who called down fire from heaven. After his greatest victory, he fled into the wilderness, lay under a tree, and said, "Enough, Lord, take my life." 1 Kings 19:4. This is not a metaphor. This was a person who didn't want to live. David, a man after God's own heart, wrote in the Psalms, "My soul is in deep anguish." Psalm 41. "I am worn out from my groaning. All night I flood my bed with weeping and drench my couch with tears." Psalm 6:7. Job lost everything and cried out, "Why did I not perish at birth and die as I came from the womb?" Job 3:11. Jeremiah, often called the weeping prophet, wrote an entire book of lamentations. Not songs of triumph, but lament. These were not outsiders or weak believers. They were pillars of faith, and all of them knew what the dark night of the soul was. The key point: God did not erase these texts from the Bible. He left them for you. Let's go back to Elijah. He's lying under the tree, asking for death. What does God do? He doesn't give him a lecture on faith. He doesn't say, "Get up and pray." He doesn't explain why he shouldn't feel this way. God sends an angel, and the angel says, "Get up and eat." 1 Kings 19:5. Elijah ate and lay down again. The angel came a second time. "Get up, eat, for the journey is too great for you." 19:7. Notice what God does. He doesn't demand explanations. He doesn't condemn Elijah. He cares for his physical needs first: food, sleep, and rest. Only then does he begin the conversation. This is crucial. God knows that a worn-out person cannot hear spiritual truths. First, the body's needs. Then, the soul. An important takeaway. If you're struggling with depression, it doesn't necessarily mean that the first thing you need to do is fix your spiritual condition. Sometimes the first step is simply to eat, get some sleep, or go outside for a walk. Those things can be gifts from God, too. Jesus spoke directly to anxious people. In the Sermon on the Mount, Matthew 6:25-34, he says, "Do not worry 5 times in a row." Not because anxiety is a sin, but because it slowly destroys a person from the inside out. He says, "Look at the birds of the air. They neither sow nor reap nor gather into barns, and yet your heavenly Father feeds them. Are you not of much more value than they?" Matthew 6:26. This is not a just relax message. It is an invitation to shift your focus from disasters that haven't happened to the one who is already caring for you. This is not a just relax message. It is an invitation to shift your focus from disasters that haven't happened to the one who is already caring for you. Burdened literally means those who are carrying a load too heavy for them. Jesus does not say, "Deal with your burden first, then come." He says, "Come right now with your burden." And another passage, John 16:33. "In the world you will have tribulation, but take heart. I have overcome the world." Paul wrote the letter to the Philippians from prison. He did not know whether he would be executed or released. And here is what he writes, Philippians 4:6-7. "Do not be anxious about anything, But in every situation, by prayer and petition, with thanksgiving, present your requests to God. And the peace of God, which surpasses all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds. Let's examine this carefully. Do not be anxious about anything does not mean ignore your problems. It means do not carry them alone. There is a difference between responsibility and anxiety. Next comes the formula: prayer plus petition plus thanksgiving. Thanksgiving is not for the bad things, but in spite of them. It is a shift of focus from what is missing to what is present. And the result is not that your problems disappear. The result is peace that surpasses all understanding. In other words, you yourself cannot fully explain where it comes from. The situation may be exactly the same, yet something changes within you. If you are in a dark place right now, I want you to hear this. God has not turned away from you. He is not punishing you with depression for a lack of faith. He is the one who came to Elijah under the tree, quietly, without judgment, with food and words. Get up, eat. The journey ahead is still long. If this video was helpful, share it with someone who is struggling right now. Sometimes we cannot find the words ourselves. Let this video speak for you.